Infold, what the heck is your problem? Why would you do that to Caleb? I mean, I get it. He's the opposite of Zayn and might as well throw him two under the bus. Great. Throw the matching set, right? Bonjour, it is Anna WolfHero and my beautiful puppies and kittens. I am back. I was absent last week due to a lot of workload, but I am trying to keep up on a schedule, and with this newfound stability I feel like I can be able to keep up with it now. So from here on outwards, there's definitely going to be videos on Fridays or Saturdays of every week, so I'm excited to start doing that. Anyways, let's get back to Valko, right? I mean, we got some news. Got some good and bad news. So some bad news, Caleb debuted instead of Valko, right? I say debuted, I know I mean his preview, but I'm gonna say debut, okay? That's how I'm gonna say it. So, live with it. Anyway, so we got that. So it wasn't great. And then we got to hear that all the topics that were paid for were not paid for by Infold. They were paid by fans, which kind of makes sense. I mean, Infold cannot be paying for that stuff right now, especially with all the controversy that's been going on, especially when we kind of came to light and it was confirmed to be true that the company started the smear campaign first beforehand, because if ironically all the bad news outlets covered him exactly on the day of his debut, that was supposed to be his debut, so it was obvious. It was really obvious. And then, the Cowdung Girls and 9M9 did not help, but if you notice that they kind of did address them and saying, forget you, because we were still debuting him. He was part of a long-term plan, right? The only thing that stopped them was the government, which is fair. It's fair. They were put into the gag order. But I feel like the gag order had a plus to it. And the plus is wait until your court date plus. So I feel like, yes, we won't be getting Valko till probably mid-August or early September after, either Zayn's birthday or before Zayn's birthday or before Raphael's myth banner, or if they delay him again, because honestly, why would you throw your prized possession, your baby, the face of your company, for that video game, right? So that is what has been lurking. And some positive news is that 3 ads of Valko were launched this week, and stuff was added to his files. They weren't dispersed or put elsewhere, they were added to. So this is where my theory comes in. Just to let you know, this is a theory, but we know that this game likes to communicate with a lot of subliminal messages and hinting at what could probably be next. If you guys remember, there was this one girl that said, oh look, these books are actually all like a code, and if you really decipher it, it says that Valko is part of this, and he is going to debut, and all this other stuff. We just gotta hold out and be patient. And I feel like that's true. We gotta hold out and be patient. I know it's driving us mad, we want him now, but patient. I feel like they're gonna give us some extra rewards for tolerating this crap. Trust me, I feel it in my bones. Because 1, business-wise, he's money worth it. And 2, they've been seeing the damage it has caused without Valko in the picture, especially when they talked about him. So, yeah, he's coming back business-wise. But, emotionally, let's talk about how the development team is feeling, because they are more on the emotional side. It sucks for them. It really was, because they were really sad and heartbroken about it. And I feel like them talking about how sad they were when they wrote that letter, I felt like they were truly sad because they wouldn't be able to launch him the day they wanted to. Funny, right? They couldn't launch him the day they wanted to, so they were crying about it. And that he ran into the woods. Not that he was killed off. He just took off into the woods and left his prints. Prints that you can track and find and bring him back. And you pro girlies, or the ones that really just want Valko back because he'll stabilize the game, doesn't matter how you want him, but you just want to add him back into the game, whether you main him or not, listen to me carefully. We don't want these anti-girls to get this information, because I feel like this is important. That letter, I felt like it was opposite day for them. See how it was contradicting their previous statement? What if we're supposed to contradict that statement too? Treat it the opposite. That, no, we're not going to communicate better about the controversy. So basically they were talking to the Cowdung Girls. No, we're not going to communicate better on what you want. Because we did listen to our fans, because they did show in Valko's live stream that they were going to cover Silas and Caleb. And that Raphael's debut, his myth debut, was supposed to happen, at least the videos, right? End of July. didn't happen. So that's number 3 knocked off of the list. It's like 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Like a countdown. And the next thing is that no, we're not going to further develop or launch Valko. Funny, but you did develop on his files, and you're kind of relaunching it because those glitches should have been cleared and deleted completely, because with their other 2 games, they cleared everything, deleted everything, whether it was global or within, they deleted everything, but not with Valko. It's an interesting case scenario. So this is my running theory that we're supposed to treat that letter the opposite. We're supposed to treat it the opposite because it's not true. Because it contradicts their previous statements, so it's invalid. They're just telling us before the government could shut them up that, hey, he's going to be delayed, there's going to be all this, we're not going to be able to communicate. And we were excited to talk about Raphael Smith at the end of July, but it's not going to happen either, so we're postponing that. It's all deliberate. And their court date is mid-August. And the funny thing, mid-August also includes the 13th of August, which is International Wolf Day. I feel like what they are doing right now is, sadly, they had to throw someone under the bus, right? I feel like they are telling us that, hey, he's gonna be delayed, and I know you guys love him so much, so create so many positive things that when we're in court, we collect all the bad stuff and show what they've done, but we see all the good stuff and show how important, and look at how huge he is, that even almost caused world peace, in a way. Like, he stabilized so much that the court will be able to say, yeah, you know what, they deserve punishment. And it's also a distraction for those companies, because then if they launch Valko on the 13th, remember, I'm theorizing, I'm going crazy here, right? If they launch him on the 13th, which would be ironic, or, you know, a letter that says, hey, we're debuting him in 2 days, have fun, right? I feel like it's a deliberate distraction, the whole court date. It's necessary, but it's a distraction for the companies, for the company to look this way, because remember, a lot of news outlets, if you guys don't pay attention, they mention things that are pretty stupid to be paying attention to, when in reality something worse is actually happening, or something else completely is happening. Things are moving around elsewhere. It's a distraction, right? The court date is a distraction for this companies to be like, look over here, and in reality they're just going to launch him out. They're going to launch him under their noses. They're not even going to see him coming, because he's already been approved by the government. They've been further developing on him. I feel like his relaunch is somewhere mid-August or after Zane's birthday, which sucks. But I feel like they're going to talk about something while the court date is happening, because, hey, the people who handle the court date are the lawyers and business people, not the developers, not the people who launch it. So it's a running theory, but I think it is super, super, super essential. So, you know, let me know what you think in the comments below, if you think that this is a possibility, because I feel like it's a true possibility. It's exciting. It's really exciting, and I'm really hopeful for this. I feel like Valko is coming back for business perspective and development perspective. He is completely essential, and there's nothing that could take him away. And the whole thing about Caleb's number being changed, I feel like that was just necessary, because they just don't want them to take anything up and say, hey, you know what, this is the OT5, like, they're not going to do anything else. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and, you know, comment down below what you think, and I really appreciate the boycott, and you Caleb girlies, you are amazing. You Zane girlies, you guys are amazing. I love you all, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And a WolfHero out.